Well, hello and welcome to another Digimon Tcg Battle-Royale. And in this episode we have a couple of poop flingers and a machine head facing off against each other. So we have Stanislav on an Antemon and Sukamon deck, Stanislav on Machine Dramon, and I'll be playing Numemon. And with the introductions out of the way, let's get this Stinky Poo-Poo Head episode started. And Stanislav has the first move. He hatches a Pagumon and evolves it into the BT11 Chumon for 1 memory, giving 1 memory to Stanislav. He hatches a Dorimon, and for 3 memory he plays Supreme Connection. With its effect he reveals the top 5 cards of his deck, which are Hagurumon, Attack of the Heavy Mobile Digimon, another Hagurumon, Metal Tyrannomon, and the War Greymon starter deck tie. He adds Hagurumon to his hand, trashes the Metal Tyrannomon, and returns the rest to the top of his deck. And it's off to me with 2 memory. I hatch a Tokomon, evolve it into Chikurimon, and for 3 memory I play the BT14 Numemon. And with its own play effect, I place a Satsuki Tamahime from my hand under him, and give him rush, but it's off to Stanislav with 1 memory. And at the end of my turn I end the Mind Link with Satsuki. Stanislav moves Chumon to the battle area, evolves it into the BT11 Sukamon for a reduced cost of 1 memory. He attacks Stanislav's security with it, hitting a Hagurumon, and they both have the same DP, so Sukamon is deleted. And with its own deletion effect, he reveals the top 3 cards of his deck, which are EX5 Etemon, BT11 King Sukamon, and BT14 Chumon. He adds Etemon to his hand and trashes the rest. Next, with Pagumon's own deletion effect, he checks the top card of his deck, and it's Suka's curse, so it goes to the bottom of his deck. Then with Chumon's inherited on deletion effect, he plays the BT14 Chumon from the trash, suspended for no cost. And with its own play effect, he adds the top card of his security to his hand, and places a card with Sukamon in its name on top of his security, and he chooses to put Suka's curse. Finally, for 3 memory he plays Platinum Sukamon, and it's off to Stanislav with 3 memory. He plays Hagurumon for 3 memory, and with its own play effect, he discards a machine or cyborg card to draw 2 cards. And finally he plays a tie, giving me 4 memory. And I gain another memory from Satsuki's effect because my opponent has a Digimon in play. I move Chikurimon to the battle area, I evolve Numemon into Numemon X antibody for free, I attack Stanislav's security, revealing the Suka's curse he put there, and with its security effect, he turns Hagurumon into a white Sukamon with 3000 DP, until the end of his turn. Next I attack the other Stanislav's security, hitting another Supreme Connection, and its security effect is the same as its main effect, so Stanislav reveals the 5 cards from the top of his deck, which are Marvin Jackson, Supreme Connection, EX1 Metal Tyrannomon, BT15 Airdramon, and another tie. He adds Metal Tyrannomon to his hand and places the rest at the top of his deck. For 3 memory I play another BT14 Numemon, not using its effect this time, and I pass turn to Stanislav, giving him 3 memory. He hatches another Pagumon and attacks my security with Platinum Sukamon. He checks a Garemon, and they both have the same DP, so Platinum Sukamon is deleted. And with its own deletion effect, he de-digivolves my Numemon X antibody back into a Numemon. He evolves Chumon into a BT14 Sukamon for 2 memory. For 1 memory he evolves Pagumon into the EX5 Chumon. And for 3 memory he evolves Sukamon into the EX5 Etemon. And with its when digivolving effect, he gives minus 3000 DP to my Numemon, deleting it. And it's off to Stanislav with 3 memory. He plays another Hagurumon for 3 memory, and with its own play effect, he discards a card and draws 2 cards. And for 4 memory he plays Analog Man, passing it over to me, and at the start of my turn I gain a memory from Satsuki. I hatch a Tsunomon, evolve it into Chikurimon, I evolve Numemon into the RB1 Monzaimon, and with Sven Digivolving effect, I give minus 3000 DP and security attack minus 1 to Etemon. I Mind Link Satsuki to Monzaimon, giving it jamming, and I attack Stanislav's security, checking a Chumon. I attack the other Stanislav's security with Chikurimon, checking a Volcanomon, so Chikurimon is deleted. And for 3 memory I play the promo Ukomon, passing the turn over to Stanislav with 1 memory. And this time I keep the Mind Link with Satsuki to give Monzaimon reboot. Stanislav moves Chumon to the battle area, he attacks my security with it, checking Akudi's kick, and with its security effect I reveal the top 3 cards of my deck and play a Digimon with a play cost of 3 or less from them. I reveal Chikurimon, Ukomon, and Numemon X Antibody. I play Numemon X Antibody and trash the rest. Next Stanislav evolves Etemon into the EX5 Metal Etemon for 3 memory, and with its when Digivolving effect, he can delete one of his opponent's Digimon or Tamer with a play cost of 3 or lower, but he can increase the maximum play cost by 1 for every card with Sukamon or Etemon in their name in his trash. And he has 4 of them, so he will delete my Monzaimon. And it's Stanislav's turn, which he starts with 3 memory because of tie. He owns Hagurumon into Airdramon for 2 memory, and with its when Digivolving effect, he places Marvin Jackson under him to de-Digivolve Metal Etemon back into an Etemon. He owns Dorimon into a Hagurumon. He attacks my security with Airdramon, hitting a Venusmon, but Airdramon has jamming from Marvin, so it is not deleted. Next he attacks Stainslav's security with Hagurumon, checking a Metal Etemon, so Hagurumon is deleted. Finally he plays another Analog Man for 4 memory and passes the turn over to me with 3 memory. And at the end of his turn he ends the Mind Link with Marvin. I move Chikurimon to the battle area, and now because of Ukomon I can hatch another Tsunomon and gain a memory. I evolve Numemon X Antibody into BT14 Monzaimon for 3 memory, and because of Tsunomon's inherited effect, when one of my other Digimon digivolves I draw a card. Next I evolve Monzaimon into Monzaimon X Antibody, and with its when digivolving effect, since it has Monzaimon under it, I play a Numemon from my hand. Well, actually it's Garemon, but it counts as Numemon. And when I play another Digimon, Monzaimon gives minus 2000 DP to Chumon, and deletes it. And with Pagumon's inherited effect, Stanislav checks the top card of his deck, and it's a black Digimon, so he adds it to his hand. Next I use Garemon's own play effect to discard a Numemon and draw 2 cards. And for 3 memory I evolve Monzaimon into Platinum Numemon. With its when digivolving effect, I discard a Numemon from my hand to gain 2 memory. So it's still my turn. I attack Stanislav's security with Platinum Numemon, checking a BT14 Etemon, and with its security effect, since he has 3 or more Sukamon in his trash, he can play a level 6 Etemon from his hand. So he plays another EX5 Metal Etemon, and with its own play effect, he deletes my Platinum Numemon. But with Platinum Numemon's own deletion effect, I play an RB1 Monzaimon from my hand. And with Numemon X Antibodies inherited on deletion effect, I play a BT14 Numemon from my trash. And with its own play effect, I place a Satsuki under him as material, and I give him Rush. And with Monzaimon's own play effect, I place a Numemon from my trash under him to gain 2 memory. I attack the other Stanislav's security with Chikurimon, but Stanislav uses Metal Etemon's effect to place a BT14 Etemon on top of his security and redirect the attack to Metal Etemon. So Chikurimon is deleted. And since an attack target was switched, Stanislav can use Tai's effect to suspend him and draw a card. I evolve Numemon into a Numemon X Antibody. Next I evolve Tsunomon into Chikurimon. I again attack Stanislav's security with Numemon X Antibody, checking an attack of the heavy mobile Digimon. With its security effect, Stanislav trashes a 7 play cost Cyborg from his hand to delete the 7 play cost Etemon on Stanislav's field. And with the inherited on deletion effects of Chumon and Sukamon, he gives minus 3000 DP to my Ukomon and Garemon, deleting them. And I end my turn by playing Ukomon from my hand for 3 memory, giving 1 memory to Stanislav. Stanislav hatches a Pagumon, evolves it into the BT13 Chumon, and for 3 memory he plays Platinum Sukamon, passing it over to Stanislav, and he starts his turn with 3 memory. And at the end of his turn I end the Mind Link with Satsuki. And for 3 memory Stanislav plays another Supreme Connection, and this time he reveals Megadramon, Hagurumon, Super Eradicator Attack, Marvin Jackson and Guardramon. He adds Guardramon to his hand and trashes the Megadramon, and places the rest at the top of his deck. Man, still no Machine Dramon, eh? Finally he evolves Hagurumon into Guardramon, giving me 2 memory, but Satsuki gives me an additional memory, so I have 3. I move Chikurimon to the battle area. With Ukomon's effect, I hatch another Tsunomon and gain a memory. I evolve Chikurimon into the RB1 Numemon for 2 memory. I attack Stanislav with Numemon X Antibody, and with Metal Etemon's effect, he places a King Sukamon at the top of his security and redirects the attack to Metal Etemon. And with Numemon X Antibody's on deletion effect, I play a BT40 Numemon from my trash. With its own play effect, I place Satsuki from my hand under him and give him Rush. I attack Stanislav's security again with it, Checking King Sukamon, but my Numemon has jamming, so it is not deleted. I attack Stanislav again with my other Numemon, checking a BT-14 Etemon, and with its security effect, he plays King Etemon from his hand, and Numemon is deleted in the battle. And with its own deletion effect, I reveal the top 3 cards of my deck, which are Platinum Numemon, BT-14 Monzaemon, and RB1 Monzaemon. I add Platinum Numemon and 1 Monzaemon to my hand, the rest goes to the bottom of my deck. I attack the other Stanislav with Ukomon, checking a Metal Tyrannomon, so Ukomon is deleted. I wound Tsunomon into Ukomon, and for 4 memory I play Tai, giving 2 memory to Stanislav. He moves Chumon to the battle area. He attacks my security with it, checking Avaru Monzaemon, so Chumon is deleted. And with Pagumon's inherited effect, Stanislav checks the top card of his deck. It's a black Digimon, so it goes to his hand. He attacks me again with Platinum Sukamon. I choose not to block with my blocker Monzaemon, hoping it's not a Digimon in the security, but it's Venusmon, so Platinum Sukamon is deleted and he de-Digimons my Monzaemon into a Numemon. And with King Etemon's effect, since a Sukamon was deleted, he gives minus 3000 DP to my Numemon, deleting it. Next he attacks Stanislav directly, and since he has no blocker, he is eliminated from the game. And of course with his last attack he attacks me directly, and since I don't have a blocker now, I'm also eliminated from the game. And the title of the biggest poop flinger goes to Sukamon and Etemon. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye!